like as I was saying, the word Kemet actually broke down the word, and the first education of adding, subtracting, and measuring things on a measurement scale was really called chematmatics. Okay? Alright? Now, we have to be very careful because they think that we don't understand what they are trying to do. Okay? And like I say, in order for you to just sit here and start believing what everybody say, the Illuminati this and the Illuminati that, investigate it. Okay? It's okay to know. Okay? But you got to sit here at the end of the day. How is that going to benefit us? And how is that going to apply with us? Okay? What matters the most, because you have different organizations and institutions. Okay? You have different organizations and institutions that are larger than this Illuminati. Illuminati is nothing but a low-level control department. And that's why the reason why they let blacks be involved with it. Okay? The higher societies that are institutions that you see, you don't see any blacks inside of the Bilderberger family. You don't see any black bankers inside of the Rockefeller establishment of Federal Reserve banks. Okay? You don't see any blacks inside of the Goldman Sachs establishment. You don't see that. So anything that you see that has African American or black skin involved within it, it is a low level of control. Just like the White House, they let a black man in the White House, it is a low level of control. And the only thing that he is being as a black man is a puppet to the control of the Congress. Okay. Alright. Now, you might see one or two individuals that have black skin. But I'm willing to bet you that they have black skin, but they have white minds. Okay? So anything that is within their rights and their policies, they are going to do that to secure their family, secure their welfare, and secure the monetary utensils that the government gives them within their pockets. Okay? We can start breaking down the educational systems. Okay? If we start breaking down the educational systems, okay, by exerting our children from there and homeschooling our kids, one way or the other, they are going to start breaking them down. Okay? Alright? Now, a child cannot learn inside of a class. Okay? A child cannot learn inside of a class of 30 or more students. Okay? Most of the students that are not getting the treatment and the attention that is at home go into the classroom with at least a span of 1, 2, or maybe 3 teachers. Cannot all sit down and raise and educate 1 or 2 or 3 children. That's why it's called a class. That's why it's called a class. The class has to be taught together. And that child might not think as fast as the other child. Okay? And as the child is not getting that attention, that child is going to seek that attention at home. Just to find out that that child is not going to get that attention at home. So when he gets up into that age range, he's going to follow his peers. And most of the time, in the age frame of the age of 13 to 17, most of that child's peer within that age range are being introduced to drugs, being introduced to drinking, being introduced to the streets. Okay? And that formula right there is pressuring and pushing out the kids out of school and into the streets. And the reason what is going to trigger that is because if we educate our kids now, we have a backbone homeschooling our kids now. If we homeschool our kids now, that would break down the educational systems and we would have a foundation for our kids. Instead of letting the government break the schools down, which is happening right now. By the year of 2015, most of the high schools will have K to 12th grade, which will break down most schools and have them involved with older kids. So within the vicinity, you had at least 10 schools without the vicinity. Now it's broken down to 2, which they are saving their tax dollars to build more things that is irrelevant to the black society, which is going to lead and push our kids out into the streets. Okay? And we got to start doing this now. Okay? Now, it's okay to sign a petition. It's okay to fight for reputations. But if you're getting people to sign a petition, okay, on this school here for it not to be closed down, why sign a repetition when money is involved? When money is involved, do you think that they are going to stop their tax dollars from flowing in to build something that is relevant to the U.S. government organizations and institutions to house 37 to the span of 65 kids? No, they are not. We've been signing repetitions for over 50 years, for 200 plus years of the enslavement that we've been in, and we still have not found justice. Why do you think something of a repetition as low within the community is going to make a difference? No, it's not. Okay? And once we start attacking the educational system, deserting our kids and homeschooling our kids and educating ourselves, okay, then we would be better off. Okay? We can hire teachers. We can hire our own teachers. That's what they get paid for. At least you are keeping the teachers within your own community and keeping your access to within the community and in the black population. Instead of spending or taking your kids to school, because every child that goes to school, they get at least 1,000 to the span of 100,000, 52,600,000 within the span of 6 months for each child that goes to a school from federal funding. Okay? And it gets even worse to get a college education. Okay? But for all the people who is trying to get an education, there's nothing wrong with that. But also have a backbone. Educate yourself so you can be a benefit to a community or a structured government, so you can educate others so they won't have to be subjected to go and get a high school education in order to make it, and 9 times out of 10 do not find the placement or a job placement to even fit the criteria or the requirement of what they went to school for. Okay? The financial infrastructures every time that we open the account. Okay. And I'm going to get to you on the next video. Yeah.